Hey, this is John Cooper with Skillet.
Well, hello, John. How are you today?
Good. How's it going?
It's still winter, so although I get to go to winter jam, so I mean, all is good.
Uh, Excellent.
And I get to talk to you, so you're one of my favorite people to interview. I'm always amazed that your voice has not given out, or that you look like 25 years younger than you should. You and your
Well, that's
wife.
very, very kind. I don't know if it's true, but thank you.
I'm not sure how you pull that down with your schedule and being a parent and husband and all that, but somehow you do it.
Oh, that's kind. Thank you so much.
Well, I was like, I feel very honored because I'm like, just a handful of days ago you were on Fox and Friends. I'm like, John Cooper, what? Like he's on Fox and Friends. So how cool was that?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I've been on a few times on various subjects, which has been, they've all been kind of surprising to me, but I'm excited to be able, to do it. And because there's not a lot of um, people, in this particular industry, doing so. And I think it's important to have people from all sorts of, I guess I would call it spheres, saying similar things, promoting things like, liberty and freedom to speak what we believe. I mean, that's going to affect Christians in a really big way if we just, if we just go, whatever, it's no big deal. That's going to affect us in a big way. And so it's been a pretty exciting time to begin to speak to other subjects that I feel passionately about. And some people disagree. And I always allow, obviously, room for disagreement. I want to know what people think. I
That's
don't mind the
healthy to
disagreement.
discuss it, yeah.
Yeah,
But to not address it at all, it never gets fixed.
that's right. That's how I think
Well, I'll tell you one thing I'm glad you fixed, and that's the release of Dominion. um, what a fantastic album. I would like to say I don't have a favorite, but I don't know. I'm somewhere. I don't know. I'm a huge Ledger fan, so when her there's certain ways that her vocals come in with yours that's just so magical. um I really love Surviving the Game and Standing in the Storm, and I love Refuge. Um, that's one of
Oh,
my
good.
favorites. I like that softer, Skillet side. Um, and I know whenever I say I'm interviewing a Skillet, do you have any questions? And it's like 50,000 questions. But I will say a very similar question that everyone asks, and I've asked you this before. Tell people why you're called Skillet.
Sure, sure. It's kind of silly. We were all from different bands, and so when we got together, it was a side project, and we thought, well, we'll try something new. Me from one band, a guitar player from another band, a drummer from a whole different style of music. And somebody said, hey, it'd be like cooking, taking all these different ingredients and throwing it all in a skillet to make up something new. So that's kind of how it started.
And then how cool is it to, I mean, it's so fitting to have panheads. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
the fan name just really worked out. I saw too that you guys hit like 7 million followers on Spotify, so that's huge. Um, I mean, there's so many things. Rockfest. I mean, you guys, Evanescence. There's so many like mainstream bands that I'm a huge fan of that you guys are doing that. I mean, but Winter Jam is why we're talking today because you're coming to Grand Rapids. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. You'll be here on the 18th, and I've been interviewing obviously several people. One of the things that I wanted to know was like from some people like who would you collaborate with if you could? And KB and I started talking, and I said if you don't have an idea, I said can I suggest Skillet because I would love to hear something like that. Like on even if you
yeah,
just do it on stage, I'm cool with that. But
yeah.
wouldn't that be cool?
I've actually answered that in the past when people say, who would you collaborate with in the Christian market? And several times I've said KB. I was a big fan of the Lincoln Park. Well,
Yeah,
Lincoln Park in general, one of my favorite
right.
bands, and I love what they did with Jay Z and bringing those kind of influences together. KB would be a good person to do it because his music is aggressive and he's just a talented artist. He's got great lyrics and great songs and great passion. So yeah, all those things. I would and I like that's one of the things I like about Winter Jam is that it is so eclectic.
It's a
You have
skillet. I mean,
yeah, Skillet, hard rock, rap, hip hop, gospel, worship music, folk music. It's all here, and I think that that's pretty special.
and one of my fans, Alex Beggs, wants to know, do you have two or three favorite songs you like to perform live when it comes to doing these big tours?
Well,
It's a
it's
hard to
always
answer.
fun doing. It's always fun doing songs that people know. So Monster is always really fun because that's our biggest one, and everybody knows Monster. It
Right.
seems like so it's always thrilling. Feel Invincible is always a great one because again, a lot of people know it, but that's just a really it's like a fight song. And
Yeah,
we open the show with Feel Invincible, so it just feels like it's
like
on
an
now,
anthem.
you know. And then the Resistance is always fun. I would say those three are highlights, but we are playing new music as well. So that's another reason people need to come to see Winter Jam because we're playing a couple of new songs for the new record, and more people are learning "Surviving the Game" now because it's been out for a couple months. People are starting to sing the song, and when we get to that post chorus when I start screaming, I
Yeah.
be unstoppable. Oh man, the crowd goes, and that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, Skillet has been one of those bands where, like, it makes great workout music. My friend Richard Blake, he's a writer and director, and when he's like, and he does athletic training too, but he's like, you're like a go to for him. And it's hard to find good music that's clean and uplifting and all of that simultaneously. And then you can rock too. And, one of that's how I was, I was also thinking, it's also cool about um, the way you guys work is it's such a family thing. I mean, you homeschooling your kids, throughout this time and raising your kids on the road. I think you should have like have a you still could. I think you need a reality show like Keeping Up with the Coopers and
That's
like
right, we
yeah,
do.
guest starring and the rest of the crew and band members and
Exactly.
we want to know how you do it, how you and Corey handle this and hold it down, like along with touring on a grueling schedule. Like I don't know how you do it. And then COVID, so that changed your life a little, right?
Yeah, that's right. The way the Skillet has always been able to manage doing all the various things going on is that Skillet is extremely regimented. And to some people, it can seem like very un-rock and roll because, a lot of rock bands stay up playing video games all night or they hang out and they go watch bands play and they, whatever. Skillet is very regimented. And I think we had to do that because my kids grew up on the road. So my
Yeah.
kids were small. We had to do school on the road. We had to have, mommy and daddy time with the kids and teach them how to throw a football on the road. And everything we do is regimented because we enjoy being productive. We take the concerts very seriously. We take the fans very seriously. So to some people, it might seem un-rock and roll, but we've really managed to learn how to be extremely productive and serve the fans really well for doing it. So, when COVID hit, it was unusual because we went from this extremely regimented life to going home. So we just decided when we're home for COVID, we're still going to be productive.
Yeah.
We made videos for the bands. We did some live piano, me singing, Corey playing piano
Right.
tracks, and put them up on social media for free, and tried to do stuff for the fans. And then, of course, we recorded the new album Dominion while most of the country was still closed. So we found a way to be very productive.
And is it fantastic being out on Winter Jam, just having that group of people like together, and the collective, rocking out together, worshiping together. Like it's amazing. I haven't been yet, so it's not here yet, but it's got to be amazing to like feel like you're back in the land of the living,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
encouraging.
exciting. Yeah, and the fans. I mean, what's so great about it is that it means so much to the fans. You
Yeah.
can see it. They are so happy to be doing something, and it's helping. Yeah, we get these messages. your concert's what got me through the week. Thanks so much. It helped me more than I thought it would. I needed this concert more than I thought I did. You're hearing a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
And it's really spreading a lot of hope and excitement. And that's the best part.
And they're getting to connect with humans along with just having a great time. And Winter Jam offers so many different styles that people who maybe have kind of always wanted to like broach the subject of their faith, it's a way to like say, you like rock, you like hip hop, you like to stomp your feet like to I am they, or there's worship music. I mean, there's a little bit of everything, and it's literally the skillet of tours. I mean, that should be Winter Jam hashtag skillet tour, because that really is like this great recipe of all these different styles coming together. And I love that you're regimented, because of all the years I've interviewed you, I don't think you've ever missed a beat. Like, I mean, if you're a minute late, like that, that's like totally, normal. But like, for you to ever not be on time and finish up, like, it's that regiment. It's also respect for your people that you work around, your crew people, everybody. It's incredibly helpful to us in radio. It's so fantastic that you are like that. All I can say is I can't wait till you guys get here. You got to go. I know you'll be here the 18th. Bring a jacket, because my goal is we'll bring the winter, but you bring the jam, because the winter is all over here. It's plenty cold, but we'll be warm inside. I promise.
I hear you. I hear you.
Well, I know you got probably back-to-back interviews, so I just thank you so much for taking time to talk to us, and we can't wait to see you. And thank you for always being so gracious during interviews. We can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you. It's great to talk to you, and I will see you very soon.